Hey, welcome to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got the guy that changes his name like everybody else changes his underwear. Josh, the father rule and mother drool, apparently. He'll have to explain his name yet again because nobody fucking understands. Anyway, going to be talking about the Juneteenth antics or craziness that happened on Juneteenth. Talk about some updates have come about for the Carmelo Anthony trial. That's right. Even though he's been convicted for 35 years of murder, he's still not going away, ladies and gentlemen. We'll still hear more about that. Going to talk about the World Cup and that much more as Matt and Josh also watch the Reds fuck away a lead. All that and more on Idiocracy Talk Radio. Stay tuned.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic, yeah.
All right, welcome back to another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. As I said, I'm Dr. B, we got Matt, and we got Josh being molested by a dog. The guy that changes his name like everybody else changes his underwear. Josh, why don't you go ahead and first of all explain to us the father's rule and mother's drool name tag there.
I mean, what was just Sunday, buddy? What was just Sunday? It's Father's Day. So, father's rule and mother's drool, because it was our day. We get our one day a year. Thank God. It's the same as Joe gets his one day for Veterans Day.
So in case you're wondering, if anybody's keeping score, if you are a Valentine's Day card company, you get one day. If you're a groundhog, you get one day. If you're a veteran, you get one day. If you're a father, you get one day. A mother, you get one day. But if you're born with a certain color skin, you get a whole month. Or if you decide to wake up one morning and say you are something else, like a cat, or you fuck trees, or anything else, you get a whole goddamn month. And yes. Matt does. Matt gets a whole month. Because the only thing straight about Matt is his drink.
Wow, man. You don't let him talk to you about like that, Matt? He's talking shit about your drink. He said get a real man's drink, bitch.
I was saying that's the only thing straight about it.
His drink's prettier than mine.
He's like, you got part of man.
A little grenadine.
A little grenadine for the taste.
Oh, don't worry. I'm drinking a whiskey sour, so that might be in the same boat. So
whatever, fuck it. Who cares, right?
It was a Father's Day gift. They wanted me to try it, so I'm trying.
The glorious story of Carmelo Anthony, because again, even though that fucker got a whole year of everyone talking and a bunch of people talking about how he's so innocent and everything else, and the only reason he's going to be convicted of murder is because of the racist fucking systematic evil hypocrisy that comes that is the United States. And then, long and behold, after the trial, the judge does what? He releases all the evidence. He says, hey, you know what? Now that the trial's done and everything's become clean, here, I will show you what we got to look at. So then we get video that shows clearly, at no point does Carmelo Anthony get jumped. There's one push from, which more than likely was Austin Metcalf, followed by a stab to the chest by Carmelo Anthony, and then him proceeding to run out of the fucking tent, run down the stairs, run along the side of the track. People are running to see what's happening with Austin Metcalf, and then they show the body cam of the police officer catching up to Carmelo Anthony and him crying, "Put his hands on me! I just got to put his hands on me!"
What'd you say?
People still want to try to justify
self-defense.
This bullshit. It's not self-defense. They want to just justify, well, you need to teach your kids that black kids have boundaries. Guess what? Teach your kids that all children have boundaries. And guess what? When somebody crosses those boundaries, you don't get to respond to a push with a stab. You don't get to respond with a push with a shot to the face. You don't get to, it's got to be equal. Like a push for a push. Okay. Guess what? Self-defense only applies if you are unable to retreat. Well, in the video, you can clearly see
there for a
his
second.
bitch-ass fucking retreating. So guess what? Didn't self-defense.
So let me ask you a question.
Go ahead.
So I think Texas is the same as Ohio with stand your ground.
I can barely hear you.
I said Texas is, I think, is the same as Ohio with stand your ground, right? Maybe.
Here, we'll look it up.
If Matt comes after me and starts pushing me and I feel fear for my life, I have the right to protect myself whatsoever. I can protect myself. I can shoot. I can stab. Whatever I can do to get the threat away from me.
Very inaccurate.
So
how is it inaccurate?
So
because you're not.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Good. Because the only harm comes to is the push.
But how do I know you're only going to push me?
Yeah, that's hands-on combat. You can't just sit there and pick it up and stab someone.
So here's the thing. You have to use appropriate judgment, okay? So example, somebody...
That's twice my size.
Okay,
if he comes after me, I can fear my life, and I should have a right to protect myself.
But if you have an out, then take your out.
You can push him back. You can punch him.
There's different scenarios. He had an out. He went into that tent situation where he wasn't. Nobody was there for him. There's no reason he was there. Now I get it was raining. That's okay. I get that. But he had a chance to escape. But he stood there and said, "Touch me and find out." So he's threatened them kind of too. So
also,
I wasn't talking about that case. I was just talking in general to Joe.
To go with your point about Texas being a stand your ground, okay, so stand your ground state means that you have no legal duty to retreat from an attacker in places that you are lawfully allowed to be. It also says you have the legal right to be there. You are not trespassing. You are not engaged in criminal activity, meaning you're not committing a crime at the time of the incident other than a minor traffic violation. You did not provoke the attack. You did not initiate as the aggressor or the one who started the confrontation. The threat is imminent, meaning that you use reasonable belief, or you reasonably believe force is immediately necessary to protect yourself against another's unlawful use of force. Okay? So guess what? You sitting there and so random situation, Josh, we talk about stand your ground or the castle doctrine. Well, guess what? So you bust into someone's house. Well, because you broke into the house, you did something illegal. I don't have to sit there and ask you if you're going to kill me or not because you already have broken through my locks. You've broken through my door. For whatever reason, you have done that. I have a right to defend my property. If you're on, let's say you're on, I don't know, a school ground that you're not supposed to be on because your team told you weren't supposed to be there. So you go and sit with a different team that you're not supposed to be at.
So I'm not talking about what happened in this case. I'm just saying because
I know, but I'm just throwing out B. Even though state law says that a knife can be under 5.5 inches, the school says that you can't carry a weapon on the premises. So now you're doing something again illegal. Then you go and choose to sit under a tent, and you've been asked by not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5 people to leave, not told, asked to leave. Then you are told to leave, and you still choose not to. And then you use the words, touch me and find out.
Well, again,
you are provoking
I was not talking about this particular case.
Oh, I know. I'm just hypothetically, I don't know if any of those situations ever happened.
From what you said is we got somebody, you could go out and just push somebody. And no, I have a right to stand my ground is what my point was.
You're right, but here's the thing, Josh. No jury is going to say you were justified if Matt goes up and pushes you and you pull a gun and shoot him.
Why not?
Joe,
I feared my life.
Joe, hold on for a second. Josh, what you're basically trying to say is, we're at a bar. We got into an argument side. I said, meet me in the alley, okay? So I go out there, I push you. You look behind you, there's nowhere to go. Okay, you pull out a knife and stab me for instance, because there's a wall behind you, you can't escape. That's backed up into a corner situation where you have to defend yourself.
However, you chose to go out in the alley.
True, that's what I was going to say too.
Well, let's just say it's just. I mean, even if you come into my front yard, you're coming into my property, and you decide you want to threaten and start attacking me, push me. At that point, I fear for my life. I can stand my ground.
Yeah, you can just be defending I'm coming onto your property, coming at you.
So
So, Joe, that's the only point I want to make is, okay, so let's define, there's a stand your ground.
There's a whole difference between, again, your property, than being out in public.
Okay, but that's what I wanted our listeners to understand.
And Josh, you go up and you say, Matt, you're a fucking bitch. And Matt goes over and shoves you, and then you go, oh, shit, I fucked up. I fear for my life, so I get to shoot him. No.
So my point to the whole thing, Joe, was, you've got to look at it at two different lenses. Yes, I know what the stand your ground. I know the details of the case. Our listeners, I just wanted to paint a picture like, hey, if you're on your own property, somebody comes and starts fucking with you and messing with you, you have a right to stand your ground. Compared to
here's a scenario.
And do what he did, to your point, he unlawfully carried a weapon onto school premises. He did it.
Be careful lawfully, because even somebody just walking onto your property and you telling them to leave, and them standing on your property saying, "I'm going to fuck you up."
That's not. As soon as they lay hands on you, you can fear for your life.
Touching you, there's a certain point where you can say, yes, I feared for my life. And there's also a certain point where you're saying, you know what, I just get free reign to shoot somebody because somebody walked on my property and tried putting their hands on me.
Not saying at all. I'm just saying, if somebody comes, if somebody starts laying their hands on you, even in public or anything, you have the right to stand your ground.
You do, but again,
scenario. Hold on.
Again, you can't respond excessive force with medium force. You can't respond a push with a shot to the chest with a gun. You can't.
Scenario. You're walking down the street, someone's having a bad day, and some woman's missing her purse on like this, la-di-da-di. And dude just comes out of nowhere, just jacks her in the face, and she falls down to the ground. She pulls out a gun and shoots him.
Nope, illegal.
I disagree.
I do too. You're fearing at that point. You're fearing for your life. You don't know what that guy's going to do.
Well, okay, give me more of the scenario. Did he punch her, and then is he walking away? Is he standing there going to start pummeling on her more?
What'd you say? He's standing right up over.
Just walk away.
No,
After he
baby,
punched her, he started walking away.
If
he
he
starts
walks
walking away,
no.
you can't shoot him.
You can't do shit. If they continue to come forward,
what happens when he turns around and says, "That's what you get, bitch," and she turns around and just shoots him?
Still can't shoot him. Just because he said that's what you get, guess what? He's done something illegal. He can be arrested. He can be prosecuted, but you can't shoot him. If he stays there and starts to continue to assault her, then she has justified to shoot him.
So hold on. Let's do this scenario, right? We've seen videos. Joe, why are you getting upset?
I'm not upset. I'm just listening to your bullshit. Go ahead.
Let's just say I'm standing on top of a subway platform, and we've seen this happen multiple times. Guy comes up, guy's waiting for the train. The train's coming. Another guy comes, tries to shove him into the train. I turn around and I shoot and fire and kill that guy. Is that a stand your ground?
Why he's shoving another guy?
Why he's trying to push me into the train tracks to kill me? A shove can do stuff. Oh, there goes Joe. Like, oh fuck, he's right.
Okay. Also, if you're standing on the top of the Eiffel Tower and you're like leaning over and somebody starts to push you, you can shoot them. Yes, you can, because your life is in imminent danger.
That's my point.
There are a million different scenarios where, yes, that is possible. But again, we were talking about the basic scenario where Josh is saying that we're at a bar and he's talking shit to somebody and the dude pushes him.
I'm not talking shit at all.
For my life.
I'm not talking shit at all.
Even if you're not.
I'm fine.
Dude walks up and says, dude, are you looking at my girl? And you go, no, because I'm fucking blind, dude. And he pushes you. You still can't shoot him.
I can stab him. No. I can do whatever. I have a right to defend myself at that point. I'm getting physically assaulted.
You can push him back.
Yes,
I think there's more.
Hold on. You have the right to defend yourself, but pull your knife out and use it as a threat towards that guy. Yes.
No.
But you are protecting yourself with that. You can't just go, I'm going to stab you, kill you.
No, because you pulling out that knife, you escalated the situation.
I didn't escalate nothing because I didn't.
You have not assaulted.
You did.
You have not assaulted the guy though with it.
It don't matter. If
defending yourself.
If the guy comes over and shoves you, and you pull out a knife, guess what? You have now taken that to another level.
But here's the thing: have you ever just seen somebody just shove somebody and not actually continue the attack? It's just a shove and that's it. It's done.
But again, even punching and stuff like that, if you can get away, you get away.
But here's the thing: if I get shoved, I trip and I fall and I hit the back of my head, I could die.
You can die just walking down the steps.
Exactly.
How clumsy you are.
There's a guy in Cheviot that got punched, who got knocked out. It was right outside of Keller's. Guy got punched, went down, hit the concrete, hit the street, ended up killing him.
Okay. How many out of the millions of people that get punched every day, how many die like that, Josh?
Doesn't matter. I should have a right to protect myself at any time.
I tell you what. Let's do it this way. Just fucking shoot everybody.
I mean, isn't that what they do in Chicago?
I mean, on Juneteenth they do.
Yeah, see? Exactly.
On June 30 or 40 they definitely do. Shit. Chicago had what? 40 people shot, 7 people killed.
8 people killed.
Huh?
8 people killed.
8. Oh, it's up to 8 now? Oh.
All right.
You want to know the funny thing is, though? Out of those 40, 13 were at one place at the same time.
Yep. It was a mass shooting at one place. And guess what?
I know what you're saying. It's not funny, but at the same time, like, it just proves, like, in Chicago is one of the most strict firearm state areas there are.
Right.
Good job.
So,
wait, does that mean that people that are law-abiding follow the laws, but the laws don't stop criminals from doing shit?
Duh. So getting back to Carmelo Anthony and the whole thing. So we just confirmed what he did was not like a stand your ground type of thing, because he came on the school with a knife. He was the aggressor coming into the tent, started saying stuff, touch me and find out. So it's not the true stand your ground type of thing that people could have in Texas and also in Ohio. So at that point, that is pretty much murder for what he did. He deserves to get the 35 years plus that he got.
He should get more, to be honest with you.
All we're hearing about the outrage right now is, it's still racist because there's no black people on the jury. That's why we're going to appeal. If there was a black person on the jury, they would have been fought back and forth. They would have been a no contest or mistrial. But I don't think so. I don't think that would happen. I think that all the evidence, to Joe's point, after the case, the judge started releasing all the stuff, released the videos. In the video, clearly you could see Carmelo going into the tent. Next thing is a shove, and then he starts running around. And then you hear him talking to the cops.
I'm pulling up the video. We got the video. Let's see. So,
and it doesn't look like it's pouring rain, like they said either.
It's not like. Here's the thing.
It's raining,
again,
but it's not pouring.
It's raining, and again, school safety. If it was a dangerous situation where people shouldn't be out, the track meet would have been canceled. Like little rain, it's not going to cancel it, but a thunderstorm or something. So anyway, that's the tent. Okay. And then I'm going to get to the little video here. So here's the video. And so again, a part of the argument was that he was jumped. Okay. So you got, I know it's grainy because it's CCTV security cameras,
CCTV.
Which when you zoom in can be pretty bad. But anyway, when you watch this, you will see. We'll just watch and see here. So there's the first shove. So again, there's one shove. There's stab. And there's Anthony already out. Okay? There's Anthony. And look, he's already darting. Okay? Was not jumped. All right? As everyone fucking started saying day one because, he got jumped by 4 fucking white boys. No, he didn't. He got pushed.
What they're saying is he got surrounded by 4 white people.
No, they were saying he got jumped.
Well, yeah, that's the initial response when it first came out, but come on, for the self-defense.
Oh, no, they were saying
what they're using.
Like 2 days before the trial. They were like, he got fucking jumped. And look, there's video out there of him being jumped. And it's like,
base loaded.
Because it didn't happen. So anyway, he runs. Starts to walk,
And you see people pointing at him, it's him, stop.
See, look, he's walking. Coaches try to intervene, and then the police finally come up. This is him getting handcuffed.
The moment Anthony is sat down and handcuffed. This is where we hear Anthony recorded for the very first time. Prompted by the officer radioing others.
I know how it goes. I'm not alleged. Okay.
Yeah. So he even says, I'm not alleged, I did it.
But also, wasn't he not supposed to be there that day?
Right.
Just suspended.
Then he starts with this.
Whether Carmelo had remorse.
Oh. And
he had no remorse.
He had no reverse. What his remorse was, oh shit, I fucked up.
Yeah, I think to your point, I think he realized what he did at that point and was like, holy shit, I just fucked my life up.
Well,
I literally just ruined my life.
I don't think he necessarily thought he fucked his life up because at that point he didn't know that. Austin Metcalf had died.
Yeah.
Like, he still wasn't aware. All he had in his mind at that point was, I stabbed another kid. So, and then it's afterwards that he finds out, dude, not only did you stab him, you fucking killed him.
And your life is ruined.
And that's the other thing. Like, the amount of force that they showed, how deep that little knife, because it wasn't that big of a knife. I think it was like maybe 2.5, 3-inch knife. But it went
it was a small blade.
Through the bone to the heart and then chipped, like broke a piece of bone behind it. The force that had to be there was no hesitation in him stabbing that kid. So anyway,
it's just sad. Like you said, 17-year-olds will spend 35 years in jail. 17-year-olds dead. It's just really sad because, like you said, like he also had a knife ready, so it was unhinged. Like usually, it flies out, you push a button, but it was already bladed out.
Right.
So there was intent there that day to do something. It feels like. And you also said that put your hands on me and find out. So it's kind of a threat to them. It's fucked up. It really is.
Well, I mean, to your point, you got two kids that just lost their lives, basically. And it's a shame over what?
Well, and I'll be honest with you. Here, like, not only is it an absolute tragic situation that one kid is dead and that family's lost, and then you also got another family that's affected because their meal ticket is now in jail. And unfortunately, I feel like the Anthony family, they don't give a shit about that kid. I mean, they didn't even stay in the courtroom for the reading of the verdict. As soon as they knew he was guilty, they darted out there because their meal ticket was gone. And so now they're trying to milk it out. And this is what becomes the biggest travesty. The fact.
Why are we saying meal ticket? Why is he the meal ticket for?
There's a GoFundMe page.
Well, they raised almost $660,000.
Okay. For defense.
That was supposed to go to his lawyer, defense attorney, and then magically they spent it on everything but the defense attorney, and then actually went back to the court and said, hey, we don't have the money for an attorney.
So what you're saying is they went out
a public defender.
So what you're saying is they used the GoFundMe money to purchase a house, purchase vehicles.
Well, rent
for
a house.
For their own gain.
Purchase vehicles.
For their own gain, instead of using that money to go to a high-profile lawyer that I guarantee any big lawyer in America would have loved to take that case and got paid.
Case in point.
But they used their money on themselves to benefit from that. Now they don't have that money coming in, and now they don't know how they're going to pay all their bills and all this phone.
See, now they've switched it up to, because the trial was rigged, of course, because it was all white people, even though actually majority of the jury was Asian and Indian and I think Hispanic. I'm not sure, but
there wasn't
a majority
a black
white
person on the trial.
And the funny thing is, they also talk about that. Well, they also leave out the fact that the 3 black people that were possibly going to be on the jury were rejected because, like, one of them specifically said, I can't be impartial. He's not guilty because he's a black kid.
Well, they're all high school teachers. The 3 were. And they feel like they could be a part of it because of the high school kid.
Well, and I'll tell you one thing. Most liberal teachers need to fucking learn what the real world's like. Like, because that's a problem with our education system. But anyway,
so
what I was getting...
Why is that? Why they got to be liberal for?
I mean, you're a teacher and you're conservative.
Most teachers, not all, most are fucking liberal.
Aren't you a teacher?
In high school,
I said most. I'm not a fucking idiot. I don't teach anymore because I'd rather fucking hang myself than be a fucking teacher ever again. Tell you that right now.
That sounds racist.
Because I'd hang myself?
You're a black man. Don't you identify as a black man?
No, I identify as a black woman.
There you go.
A black gay woman? That's what you identify yourself as?
I'm a black lesbian.
He's in the kitty box.
Yeah, I poop in the kitty litter box too, by the way.
Excuse me? Bigot!
And I put the lotion on the skin. Okay? Anyway.
Males have penises, girls have vaginas.
Now, the biggest thing that makes me sick about this whole trial, besides the obvious, was this bullshit.
I don't have enough.
Just like Carmelo was doing. You just compared to that thing. That's what Carmelo was doing.
A 300-pound man is beating me, like on top of me and beating me down. I'm not limited to fists. Was it a switch? I don't know what he had.
It was like it seemed like it was a multi-tool, almost like a Swiss Army.
Like with the little scissors.
I love when they just start randomly coming up with bullshit. It was a cleat sharpener. It was a Swiss Army knife.
Was it a butterfly knife? A butter knife? Butter knife? Shit. I spread peanut butter. Go with that shit.
Got one. No, I mean that's the problem with Jasmine Crockett. She's now that she's done with Congress, she got voted out.
So here's the knife. Does that look like a fucking Swiss Army knife?
That's like a 3-inch blade.
Yeah, I said it was. I said it's a 3-inch blade.
That's a flip knife.
Yeah,
flip it out.
But then we got Jasmine Crockett. I'm sorry. The only reason she says 3 inches is too small is because that bitch gets rails by 12 inches or more. Right in her ass, I guarantee.
Bit alone.
No, but here's the thing. This is what people don't understand. If you take
I would argue
a measurement of those people,
it isn't a deadly
3
weapon.
inches, that's like halfway through your body. Like you take 3 inches, that's halfway through your fucking body. That's big. That's what these fucking people don't understand.
Well, and then on top of it, I love how she tries to spin it. She's like, if a 300-pound man is punching me in the face, and it's like, well, first of all, this wasn't a 300-pound man. This was a...
She's talking about the night before. Yeah, 300-pound man railing her.
So it was a 3.5-inch blade. So
fucking taking it apparently.
Carmelo Anthony's blade was 3.5 inches.
Oh, so 3.5 inches.
I mean, just think about it, Joe. If you look down and look at your penis, 3.5. That was the size of the knife. God damn it, I got no laughs on that one. Fuck. Ruined my joke. Son of a bitch. Thanks, Matt.
I didn't hear what you said. What'd you
say? I said he used a 3.5-inch blade. So Joe, if you look down at your penis, you got 3.5. That's what he stabbed it with.
And I got a hard on, so.
That's with a hard on.
Yeah, you don't ruin my joke. You all fucking suck.
Hey, is that a hard on with a hard R?
No, hard on. But so again, like you got politicians, or thank God she's been kicked out of her seat, and I hope she never gets elected again. Jasmine Crockett there. You got women on the news going, what am I going to tell my children now? Well, that's easy. Tell them not to go to a opposing team side that they're not supposed to be at and stab somebody.
What about the View?
Oh, fuck the View! Like,
hey, you know what? Did you guys see the View? The View people got humbled very, very fucking quickly.
Are you talking about JD Vance?
J.D. Wentz fucking humbled the shit out of him. And I fucking loved every minute of it.
When Whoopi starts talking, when they zoomed out and you could see all the other people go, oh fuck, here she goes. Like their face was literally like, oh fuck. Like, is she drunk? Like, I don't know. Fuck, what's she gonna say? And she just goes on this fucking rant, and then JD Vance straight up goes, what are you talking about, Whoopi?
I mean,
I gotta pull it up here.
Like, I don't know who's going to be the presidential nominee after Trump's done in 2028. If it's going to be Marco Rubio or J.D. Vance. Like, I don't know who I would vote for because I think they're very well spoken.
The structure motorized.
They are very, very smart in what they do and say, and they're very, very, very quick-witted too. So. It's going to be a tough one for me. Who I want to back on that one? Democrats, I don't fucking know who I would back on that shit. More likely it's going to be Gavin Newsom, but now Gavin Newsom's under fucking federal.
Here's the JD Vance.
To this administration that has allowed it.
Now listen how she started this.
Follow up.
She said
because you were talking about people. What did black people do to this administration that has allowed it to really stigmatize folks of color? And you know how hard it is. You have folks of color in your family.
Sure.
So when you see, things, the Emmett Till stuff coming down, or them doing all kinds of removal of information of black heroes. How does that sit with you?
What exactly are you talking about, Whoopi? I know Emmett Till was a kid. I want to know what she's.
You don't know what I'm talking about.
Wait, she goes on this fucking rant. He's like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, I mean,
like,
I guess
black heroes. Like, who's the black hero? George Floyd.
I mean,
so it's like, what is she talking about? Like, go into a question. You're going to a giant scenario.
So, like, there are certain black heroes. I mean, I hate to point this out, but what do most kids growing up? Who do they idolize growing up?
Well, and that's the unfortunate.
Hold on. Before
the athletes, actors, rappers, musicians, like all those
famous people.
Because
so, who's the most famous golfer that me, you, and Matt grew up with?
Tiger Woods.
Basketball player.
Oh, Michael Jordan.
And or LeBron James.
I didn't grow up with LeBron James. Fuck him.
Kobe Bryant.
I was going to say Kobe Bryant, tennis. Shaquille O'Neal.
Tennis.
Unfortunately, Dennis Rodman.
Okay, no, go to tennis.
Tennis?
Williams sisters?
Serena Williams.
And then, Maria, what's the hot chick's name? Veronikov or whatever?
Football.
The hot tennis player.
Football. Football. We're all Bengals fans, so we know a couple of the Bengals.
Icky Woods, Anthony
David
Munoz, Boomer Esiason,
Randy Moss,
Emmitt Smith.
My favorite football. Yeah.
Well, you're a football question.
So baseball.
That's different.
Baseball.
Ken Griffey Jr.
Derek Jeter, A-Rod,
Jeter,
McGuire,
Barry Larkin,
Seiko.
Yep.
Your mom.
My personal favorite baseball player of all time is Brandon Phillips. No.
Is who?
It's Brandon Phillips.
Brandon Phillips?
Yes.
Really?
That dude is actually his Twitter handle. Was the nicest baseball player I've ever
met. No, I won't disagree with that. That dude will fucking run across the field to sign some kid's jersey or ball.
Every single time I went down to the Reds game. I went to a lot of Reds games when Brandon Phillips was there. My company had tickets that we got all the time. That was one player that I consistently seen go over to fans and sign stuff.
Oh, yeah. He would go out of his way to sign things. Like, he definitely made sure to take care of his fans.
And the multiple times I've had great interactions with Brandon Phillips, just absolutely fantastic dude, went out of his way for me, and by far the greatest player I've ever played. I've ever watched. So
what's the point of this, Josh?
Oh, the point is who do you look at all these people that we idolize? They're all black. So for them to say we don't idolize black people for anything, we don't put these people on a pedestal. We do. We absolutely do. Because they entertain us. They do things for the fans that most people wouldn't do as an everyday person.
And here's the other thing, Josh, is unfortunately, like, especially when you're talking about, when we're talking about black culture, talking about inner city kids, that most of them, unfortunately, they have two choices: join a gang or try to get out of that area. Well, who do they look up to get out of that area? Well, a lot of the times it's athletes, musicians, which ends up being like rappers and stuff like that end up talking about being gangsters and everything else. And these kids, like, they don't, unfortunately, there's not enough people being like celebritized when it comes to educational or CEO achievements, when we have some very bright black politicians, we have very bright black CEOs, business owners, but they're not the ones that the culture doesn't focus on. No, we want to focus on, let's make a memorial for George Floyd.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea. Let's focus on that motherfucker. Like, let's focus on him. Because he made a huge impact on the world.
And it should be players like Jackie Robinson.
Technically, he did, because they signed a law for Juneteenth to be a fucking holiday now.
Juneteenth wasn't because of George Floyd.
No, it happened after it. Joe, actually, that is partial the reason why.
Then here's the thing: if that's one of the reasons why, then that's an example of why Juneteenth's fucking stupid. Like, I will give you a holiday for many things, not for George Floyd.
No, I agree.
Any contribution by George Floyd, I immediately it loses credibility.
No, I
True, but isn't there a statue in Minnesota of him?
Yeah, there's burial statues.
I think there is, yeah. Like, that's just it. I mean, and personally, I from what I heard, the statue is kind of bent to one side, and it's got like someone stepping on. I don't know. I mean, it's weird.
No. To your point, Joe, I absolutely think they should have. If the day that Lincoln signed to free the slaves, yes, that should probably be a holiday.
Well, and
if we got Christopher Columbus Day, the day we discovered America, absolutely, it's their freedom.
Get home run.
Well, but you know what's funny though is, like, here's
the Brewers had a home run.
Here's the thing that kills me about, like, these fucking holidays. Okay, tell me this, Josh. What is the 4th of July?
Independence Day. The day America became free.
America became free. So is that the day white people became free, or the day America became free?
America.
Right? America. So 4th of July is meant to celebrate for everyone that we created a nation where everyone can come together.
Ooh,
but magically, we keep building these holidays that keep separating people. Okay? Juneteenth, which, if you look at the history of Juneteenth, it's actually funny. It's a made-up day. Because there were still slaves.
It's not when Lincoln signed. It's not when Lincoln signed.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Juneteenth is the day that a general rode into Texas, freeing the last slave in Texas that was supposedly the last slave in the United States, which isn't true because there were actually slaves in other locations still that still hadn't been freed yet.
Yes,
so they just pulled a random date out of their ass.
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the funny thing.
Oklahoma's where all the bombing was.
Yeah, that's where the Tulsa massacre happened.
Yes.
But here's to your point. There's still slavery going on in America. And we're all too stupid to fucking see it. We're all fucking slaves to the corporations.
Well,
Let's
here's
be
this
honest.
conspiracy theory bullshit.
Oh no, I'm not saying that at all. We're all slaves to big corporations. We have to work 40 fucking plus hours a week to make a decent living.
I am.
Now, you got to be careful there because here's the thing. There is a big fucking difference between, unfortunately, being required to work because you need to be able to pay for things and all that stuff versus
that these
being told that you're going to go out and work and you get whipped across the back and you don't get paid shit. Literally, don't get paid shit. And then you get killed if you try to leave.
My case in point right there. We are slaves to some corporations.
You're way off on that.
Well, no,
because we get paid for a job.
Right, and if you leave, you don't get killed.
Well, no, what I'm saying, this is where my Democrat part of me goes to.
Oh, God.
We don't pay people enough.
Pants is his Democrat part of him.
Yeah, shut up. I want you to listen for a second. So this is where I think they have a point to a living wage, a real living wage. Everything costs so much money now. If you pay somebody minimum wage, that does not give them enough money to afford housing, food, bills, anything. Right? People are going to
just talk and don't ask questions.
Yeah, don't ask questions. Just talk.
You're on a rant. Go ahead, bitch.
Oh, I'll be a fucking bitch all day long.
That's fine. Let's go, Democrat. Come on.
That is a fact.
But America does not have a living wage, so we are treated like fucking slaves. I'm sorry to say, we really are.
Hey, Josh, what was the minimum wage meant for?
Minimum wage was to be able to pay everything, but it doesn't.
What was minimum wage set up to do?
To be able to fucking live and pay the bills.
Nope.
What?
Nope. Minimum wage was originally set up because employers would pay their employees anything they wanted to. So therefore, there was a minimum wage set so that employers had to pay a minimum wage. Okay. Now, that minimum wage is not meant to be a life-fulfilling payment.
But it still shouldn't be $7 a fucking hour. Let's be real. That's not a fucking true living wage in this economy, in this world right now.
Do you know who should be on minimum wage?
Josh.
No.
I work my ass off.
Government officials?
No.
Carmelo Anthony?
Teenagers that are just starting to work.
Agree.
Okay. They should be on minimum wage. Everyone else should be, because here's the thing, we live in a country where, guess what? Everybody has the opportunity to go to a trade school, go to a college, to gain skills, gain worthless pieces of paper that don't do anything, all these things, so that they can get more money and improve their lifestyle. Okay? Now, people argue, well, they got to go to school, they got to pay for the school. Okay, because the government doesn't have 50,000 scholarships for everyone but white people. Okay? I mean, shit, even white people have scholarships. You can literally say, I have ADHD, and they'll give you a fucking scholarship to go to school. Like, my mom was a single parent. Scholarship.
My point to the thing is minimum wage, yes, for teenagers. But if you go to a couple companies right now and you're like, hey, I want to start this job, they're going to start you the same as a teenager starting off, and you want to make that a career. Yes, you're going to have to work your ass off to continue to move up. But that is not enough to rent an apartment, to pay your bills. That's what I'm talking about. We got to change that stuff to be more of a living wage.
But
I don't think you need to go $20 an hour, but it needs to be more than $7.
This is where I have to try to compel to the Democrat side of your brain that's not working.
Damn straight.
It's not working.
Hold on, Chad. Hold on.
Because if you raise the minimum wage to $12 an hour, $13 an hour, let's do like they actually want $15, $20 an hour. So you raise it to that. Okay. Now guess what happens? Because it's a tidal wave effect. It's a ripple effect, right? So minimum wage goes up. So then, Josh, you're making, let's say, as an employee that has a skill, you're making $30 an hour. Okay. Now
with years of experience.
They bump up the person making $7 to $20. That's $13 difference. Yep. Do you think you're going to be happy still making that $30?
Nope. I'm not saying that. I'm saying
no, I know, but here's the thing: you can't throw out let's raise minimum wage and not look at the other effects.
Oh no, I get the.
That's like the people that are like, let's get rid of property taxes, and it's like, well, that's great and all, but taxes about everything else is going to go up.
Well, no, I mean the Hamilton County they want to come reassess your house, and they just said, hey, you bought your house for $134,000. Now now we're going to say it's worth $234,000. No, I should be paying tax on what I bought the fucking house for. I don't give a fuck.
I agree.
What somebody else bought their fucking house for. If somebody bought the house for $300,000 on my street, I bought mine for $133,000. I should pay taxes on my $133,000. They should pay their taxes on $300,000.
Right. I shouldn't have to pay taxes on money I've never received.
But I think we should have a living wage. So my point is, yes, I understand economics. I was the biggest proponent against California raising minimum wage to $20 because I knew what it was going to do. It was going to it did exactly what I thought. Fast food workers lost their jobs. What happened?
Yep.
They went to the app. They started getting rid of the people taking your orders. Now there's a fucking computer that you place your order on. So you lost that person right there. Now you've got people in the back just cooking the food and dropping your stuff off and leaving.
Mm-hmm.
That probably lost 3 to 4 people per store. I completely understand that. I completely understand that. But us Americans, we gotta have a living wage to make it affordable for somebody to actually be able to rent an apartment, whether it's housing, whether it's whatever it is. We got to be able to have these people being able to live and not be in poverty all their life.
And again, the way we do that is the only way to gain more money is to gain skills.
It ain't a skill thing.
It is a skill thing.
Why is it a skill thing?
If I can come straight out of middle school into high school and go work at a job with no experience, no skills whatsoever, and do exactly what you're doing, guess what? It is a non-skilled job, and I deserve the lowest pay because I'm at the lowest experience level. I'm at the lowest skill level. Okay?
Yeah, but you have on.
I do.
Okay, so here's my question.
That's why I don't accept jobs that are $7 an hour. And then when my friends and family say, "Well, if you want a job so bad, just go out there and drive an Uber making $7."
Yeah, aren't you supposed to start your new job too?
And I'm not making $7 an hour.
Oh, I'm just asking if you're going to start it. But anyway,
Josh, honestly, you got to realize since you graduated high school. Hold on, no, you got another question. Since we all graduated, who's probably been? What party has been president? So there's our Democrat ways and our fucking Republican ways.
Since I graduated in 2000, we've had Bush for 8 years, Obama for 8 years, Trump for 8 years. Well, we're going on 6, and then Biden for 4, right? So I've had Democrat for 12 years. I've had Republican for 12 years. Now I'm going for another 2 with Trump. So it's been equal. And if you look at the House of Representatives, yes, sometimes the Democrats had both, sometimes the Republicans had both. It's been pretty fucking even since I graduated. But Joe, let me ask you a question.
What's the minimum wage?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you went to school, you got your doctorate.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't want you to get mad at me. Please don't get mad at me. I'm just asking you questions.
Mm-hmm.
I go to school. I get my master's, and we both go up for a principal job, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who do you think would get hired? Me or you? I got a master's. You got a doctorate.
You get hired.
Why?
You're cheaper. Right. You're the $7.
My point. America should be living wage.
That's not a fault of the company saying that, hey, we're going to pay somebody that has no skills. You have one lower skill than I do, or one lower degree than I do. So you cost a little less, okay? And school districts right now, actually, if you look at it, because school districts have been so mismanaged with their money and so fucking fickle on how they do things, again, majority liberals, okay, spend, do stupid shit, embezzle, fraud, okay, they've actually started, and I called it. I said it was going to happen. School districts are starting to fire the principals and the assistant principals and hire new principals that are brand new because they're cheaper. Okay? They're going to start doing that with superintendents too. Because instead of paying $300,000 for a superintendent that's been around, I'll find me a brand new superintendent and pay them $150,000. I just saved $150,000.
And that's my point. That's what's wrong with America. That's
what's wrong with a mismanagement of funds. That's not a problem with America. That's a problem with people fucking up funding. Example, Cincinnati Public Schools, being fucking geniuses that they are, have a $59 million deficit, and their way of attacking a $59 million deficit is to fire 100 people. If you tell me that those 100 people even make $1 million combined, I will shit a fucking brick, because I guarantee you that 100 people doesn't even make up a third of $1 million. And you've got $59 million deficit?
But that's my whole point to a living wage. These corporations enslave us, and they put us down. Yes, they do. They would rather hire somebody cheaper than somebody that should be in that position.
Right,
because
but
it's
here's
cheaper.
the thing, Josh, is also you got to think about
Slavery.
it. Yes, companies have no.
We are still in slavery.
No, we're not.
Whether you see it or not, we are.
They have no.
You have a choice now.
So
yes, you're absolutely right. I have a choice. 100%. I have a choice.
You're not enslaved.
The minute you say choice, you're not a slave.
We don't own you. We don't control you. But we don't tell you what time to go to bed. We don't tell you to do lunch.
I'm not saying you do, but the corporations do, because guess what? If I quit my high-paying job, then I go down to a low-paying job and I'm screwed. I don't have anything.
That's your choice.
But that's your choice. You get the choice.
Guess what? Welcome to America.
But that's the problem. These corporations know that, so you're not going to leave this corporation because you're afraid. Like, hey, if I leave, what happens? I might go from here down to here, and then my life completely changes. They fucking know that.
Or it could get better.
Not
You just
necessarily.
be successful.
Hey, Josh,
Guess what? On July 4th, you can make your decision.
Let me
Josh,
ask
let
you
me
Because
ask
you're
you that.
independent.
You went from
Josh, let me ask
Northgate
you
to
this.
Harrison. How did that
Your
affect your
company-
life?
Your company, are you an at-will employee?
Oh, dude, my company doesn't like to fire anybody.
Are you an at-will employee?
Oh, 100%. My company, they don't like to fire
So
anybody.
you can quit at any time, and they can fire you for anything. Okay?
No, they will not
They
fire
can.
you unless they have a bunch of shit on you.
Now, that's their policy, not the law. That's their policy.
Oh, I know, but their HR,
So that
HR,
means that
they
they're
won't
not
fire
trying
unless
to get
you
rid
got
of you. So they're not a
shit
slave.
on you.
But anyway, my point being is that companies have no investment in people anymore. It used to be back in the day, oh, you work for me, I'm going to take care of you, and I want you to stick with me, and we're going to be together, and I'm going to pay you well, and I'm going to take care of you because you're going to work hard for me. Awesome. Now they say, you know what? I can replace you tomorrow. Fuck off.
Yep.
And
You die,
guess
or
what?
somebody replace
Guess what?
tomorrow.
100%.
Before you're even in the ground, you'll be replaced. I guarantee
but
your
here's the
job
thing.
will be on the fucking market before you hit the ground.
Joe, I talked to you. I talked to you about this. What did my company do? And I told you what they did. And I got scared. Like, hey, if this goes through and they do well, I might be out of a job because you know what? My company doesn't give a shit.
Oh, I know.
They care
But that's
about
my
what the
point
bottom
is-
line. So I'm right now. I feel like I'm a fucking slave because if I don't do what I'm doing, they can fire me, I can quit, or they're going to replace me.
Well,
but also, hold on, Jeff. Hold on. You also can fill an application out for a job experience to make more money somewhere else too.
Let's go Mexico.
Well, the realistic thing is that he lives in Cincinnati, so actually, even with all his skills and stuff like that, it's not going to matter what's on his resume. It's going to be matter if he knows the people that he's applying to. Like, because it's about, I mean, I'll be honest with you, I've actually thought about, like, you know how there's these public speakers that go out and talk about, like, motivational speakers and stuff like that? No, I want to go to high schools and talk to kids about, look, yeah, it's great to have an education, but the most important thing is networking. Knowing people, because guess what? That's what's going to get you a fucking job. Has nothing to do with your skills or your education. It's about knowing the right fucking person.
And
take your dick out and slap somebody in the face, and I guarantee you get a job.
And if you AI your resume, if you can AI your resume, they will perfectly do it for you, and you just go submit. You'll be good.
It still doesn't get you hired. It still doesn't get you hired. You know how I know? Because right now on my drive, I've got 283 resumes, all for different jobs. Because you have to change them for every job you apply for because they use an AI system to scan it. And guess what? You still don't get hired because guess what? The people look at it and they go, I don't know this guy. I'm going to hire my buddy. That's not that's true.
To a point.
Not
you're right,
to a point. How many times did you get passed over, Josh? For somebody, some friends.
A few times, but now, guess what now? Guess what now?
Right.
Ain't no one passing me up anymore.
With the boss, aren't you?
Oh, I ain't friends with the boss. I'm not.
He is the boss.
But here's
more
the
friend,
thing.
more friend,
No.
More closer to friend than you were to the other ones.
Hold on. My boss actually has a personal relationship with the other guy than me. So,
now,
just
compared to when you got passed over to this boss, you're not telling me that you were on a better level?
We have a whole new management staff.
I know.
To what I had then.
I know. The old staff was a good old boy system.
Yes.
See?
Now it's not. Now my hard work is showing to the right people.
You're right.
And I'm getting noticed.
That. But it also took to get rid of the entire good old boy system.
Pretty much.
Right.
But now,
and that's the problem is around Cincinnati, around the tri-state area, there are a lot of companies that have the good old boy system. So you can't get a job, whether it's a education job, a security job, a sales job, anything, unless you know somebody.
Sales job, I'll be able to get fucking hired anywhere. I'm sorry.
So anyway,
so Josh, what was your question to me about Harrison?
I was just saying, like, I can't remember right now.
He can't remember. Anyway, so I wanted to point this out. We got off on a tangent, but I wanted to point this out. Whoopi was talking about how the government was trying to take down things, black culture and stuff. Here's the funny part. This is what they were trying to take down at the Smithsonian.
It was something with Emmett Till.
No, this is what people were fighting to get taken down from the Smithsonian.
So hold on. There was something
the assumptions and aspects of whiteness and white culture.
So
rugged individualism, emphasis on the scientific method. Apparently, using scientists is white. Family structure, having a father, mother, and children is apparently white.
So my question, Joe, I have heard a few things is mentioned was Emmett Till. They were taking something with Emmett Till down. And Emmett Till was the young child that was brutally murdered by a bunch of white people.
Okay, yeah. So Emmett Till, I guess, was the boy who was abducted and lynched in Mississippi in 1955.
Yes. So there apparently people were they made a big thing about it when that happened. They recognized it, and now all of a sudden they're trying to take it down or something. Is what Emmy Goldberg was talking about.
See, but I'm looking at and that's where I guess I'm confused because I see here the Emmett Till's casket is now at the Smithsonian. Let's see. There's an article that says.
So I guess there's 3 sites of Emmett Till and Mamie Till monuments that face significant risks of modification or removal due to budget cuts and policies targeting diversity, equity, inclusion.
See, that's the funny thing. DEI has nothing to do with getting rid of Emmett Till.
Yeah, I guess it's some of the monuments that he had.
The only thing I see that's the monument on the thread is the Emmett Till and Mamie Till Mobile National Monument, which encompasses 3 sites in northern Mississippi, has faced threats of being rolled down or downsized as part of.
Emmett Till National Monument may be removed under Trump admin. So,
yeah, I want to see because.
But nothing's ever came up that said he was going to remove any of them.
Right. No.
I think these it's all speculation.
I think it's all propaganda to say, "Oh my God, Trump's trying to take everybody out." I mean, if you're going to get rid of, here's the thing. I would completely support if Trump came out and said, look, federal government's not going to pay for a George Floyd monument. I'll tell you that right. I'm okay with that. Do I think that stuff like Emmett Till should be seen? Absolutely, because unfortunately, it's a terrible thing in history. But guess what? Having those things, to include even statues of fucking slave-owning Confederate generals, guess what? Having those statues and having those things allows the ability to start conversations.
Yeah.
That's how people learn about history and learn to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, but don't they want to get rid of history in school?
Yeah, not in school. They want to teach different history. They want to change it. They want to remove all, they just want to completely say that, America's so terrible, we stole all this stuff and blah, blah, blah. But, let's not look at the fact that history throughout the world, throughout time, has been exactly the same way, to include Aztecs and other Indian nations taking land from other Indian, we want to ignore that history. We want to pick and choose what history we're going to look at. No, you got to look at all history. Look at everyone's history. Like, that's the thing. History should not be a like a straw view. You need to look at it a total view and be able to look at everything and be able to compare and make educated decisions based on that stuff. And that's the problem, and honestly, I mean, if you talk about schools taking out history, like, they don't want to take out history, but ironically, again, Department of Education sucks so bad that teachers have to focus on reading and math so much, and they have to do so many hours of reading and math in a school day that kids are starting to get less than an hour of history and science a week. They might get an hour a day of one or the other. Did the Reds lose?
They just load in. They fucking ground to it. Don't play. End the game.
Reds suck.
Good job, Reds.
But anyway, Mexico's winning in their World Cup game, so that's a good thing.
How?
Speaking of the World Cup,
is it a good thing? It's part of North America, bro. Got to root for North America.
How's the World Cup going, Josh?
Oh, dude.
Because I haven't been following, I'll be honest with you.
I haven't followed. To be honest, I haven't followed a lot of it. I know the Americans are 2-0. They play Turkey, which is not very good. They should win that game, which basically they are already moving on to the next round. So it's basically a practice game for them. So they'll move into the round of 32, which now it looks like it should be an easier game for them to move on from the round of 32. So honestly, for America, it's looking pretty damn good. For them being I think they're the 14th ranked team. If they move on from the 32nd round to the 16th round, they play Belgium, which is the 10th ranked team, which is an older Belgium team. So they have a shot to win, even though Belgium just beat them.
Hold on. How do you know they're going to play Belgium in the 16th if they get – because –
I just read an article a little bit ago, so
well, the only reason I asked
more than likely, so Belgium's in Group G. So the Americans, they'll play like the third place team in this round.
So, like, you see here, like, here's 32. So USA's already locked in their spot.
So they'll play the third.
Their opponent's not in there yet.
So I think that it was some like Bosnia, I think is what they're saying. 99% chance is going to be Bosnia, which is not a very good team as it is.
Yes.
Keep going up.
I mean, I'm assuming here that 1G would be Egypt.
Yeah, so
and I don't know what.
So if you go up, go to G, go to Group G, where Belgium is. So if you notice, they got two draws. If they win in Egypt, I think they play Egypt next. So if they beat Egypt, they'll be 1-2. They'll have the tiebreaker because of goals based on points. If they win by multiple goals, right? If they beat. Because Iran's number 2, whatever. If Belgium wins Group G, then the United States would play them in the following. That's what speculation is Belgium will win that group.
Okay.
I mean, if Egypt wins, then that's completely different. I don't know what Egypt's ranked. I don't think they're a very good team.
I have no idea.
But Belgium's the 10th ranked team in the world. So if they win that group, then we play them. Then it's the 10th ranked team against the 14th ranked team, which Belgium did beat us in March like 4-2, but we also didn't have all of our players playing. So who knows? To Matt's point, why care about Mexico? you know, Mexico's in North America. I want to see all North American teams do well, whether it's USA, Mexico, Canada. Because let's be honest, who's the biggest threat in the World Cup is Spain. Spain's the favorite, followed by France. So why not root for the underdogs in America? Sorry, we're all part of America. I'm gonna root for fucking America. America. But here's the thing. What's so great about the World Cup? Everybody was so scared of Trump doing this to all these fans coming into America. Oh, you're gonna be deported out. Blah blah blah. It's gonna be terrible. He's gonna be blah blah. No, not like that at all. These fans are coming into these cities and absolutely loving America. It's pretty freaking great to see all these fans are coming from different countries and praising America the way it is. Whether it's a blue city, red city, whatnot. We've got people that went to Buc-ee's for the very first time, trying the brisket, and absolutely fucking love it. We've got a guy tasting fucking Texas barbecue. Fucking from Japan. Never had it before. Absolutely fucking love it.
It's a good brisket.
No, it was ribs. It was a fucking big ass rib, and and then there was a Sweden girl talking about ranch dressing. Never had ranch dressing. They found out what ranch dressing is, and absolutely fucking love it. And now they're trying to take it to on all these flights to go around the country. And now TSA was like, hey, if you're going to bring your ranch, you got to do it in a 3.2 ounce bottle. So
he said, America.
I mean, that's so great to hear and see all these fans that do that. I'm like, and in the World Cup, being in America, being in Canada, being in Mexico, the world is on all of us, and the world is seeing, hey, America is not fucking that bad at all. Whether we see it or not, all the infighting between red and blue, you're not seeing that with the World Cup stuff, and I absolutely love that.
Wait till you see the Olympics in LA.
What? You're kind of like, awesome. I couldn't hear you, Matt.
The Olympics in LA this year.
2028 is the Olympics in LA.
No, whatever.
When Mayor Karen Bass will keep her position because they found Spencer Pratt's votes in the trash can. Just saying.
Sounds about right.
Just saying.
Sounds about your Democrat ways. Good job, Josh.
Yeah, speaking of California, did you guys see the news about Gavin Newsom and his wife?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, apparently there's a federal investigation about all their charities funding all these nonprofits and all this money that they raised or didn't raise. So they're under federal investigation now, and that's fucking great. Because if it is, Gavin Newsom can say,
for a second.
Hold on. I'm going back to my 2000 day. In sync. This is gonna be Gavin Newsom. Bye. I had to pull out my Justin Timberlake a little bit right there.
All right, we are going to end the show there. Tune in next week for another episode of Idiocracy Talk Radio. I'm Dr. B. We got Matt. We got Father's Rule and Mother's Drool, a.k.a. Josh, the guy that changes his name like everybody else changes their underwear at least once a day. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, folks.
Twice today.
Why, did you go golfing?
Nope.
It's idiocracy, but you gon' see the value and respect though when you talk with me. So come on, baby, walk with me. It ain't a topic that the crew can't touch. Share our views and our vibe. What we hide, it ain't much. This ain't bluffs, this the crew, yeah, we got it. share our thoughts and our views, you can't stop it. Said this ain't bluff, sister crew, yeah, we got it. Idiocracy, tell us what's the topic.
What's the topic?